Good morning, happy Monday. It's the start of another weekly vlog. I am back at work today. We resume to regular programming, I suppose. There's no more Christmas, there's no more New Year's, and I know that everyone's feeling a little bit glum about that. But I am here to put a positive spin on your week with my video, hopefully. I am hoping to have a really good, productive week. I felt really good yesterday. I spent all of Sunday cleaning and tidying my flat. Now, when I say this, I've never not got a tidy flat because I just don't, but I just spent all of Sunday cleaning and tidying it even more. So it's now like pretty much spotless. And that made me feel very cleansed and very productive coming into Monday. So I feel good. I've made a slight effort in that I have a skirt on. I don't know why, but I have. So there you go, I've made the effort with the flat, it's tidy, it's clean, I've got a skirt on. I laid out my desk a little bit differently to hope to do something in my brain, I don't know. But here we are, it is Monday. I am ready for 2021 and the opportunities that it brings. Hopefully it's a better year for us being able to go outside, for us being able to feel safer, for us being able to see friends, for us being able to do things and go places. I cannot wait to go back to London or Bath. I'll take Bath as well, just a city near me. I'm just desperate to do that and have that socialisation with people again as well and be able to go to events and stuff. I'm excited for what 2021 brings. And I think hopefully we're going to see the end of this soon with the vaccine coming in. I really, really, really hope. The book that I am reading this week is Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. I am halfway through this at the moment and I'm really enjoying it. It's rom-com-y but also deals with some important things as well, I think. So basically it follows Chloe Brown, who has chronic pain, and she has decided to create a list of things to get a life because ever since she's been diagnosed with chronic pain, she feels like she's been prohibited to doing certain things and a lot of people around her have almost abandoned her. So she is getting a life, as she calls it, by writing this list of things she really wants to go and do, and she enlists Red, who is her building superintendent, this guy, to help her do these things, and a romance obviously ensues. On the cover it says love wasn't on her to-do list. This is filled with saucy, sexy talk, which I wasn't expecting going into it. I don't know why I wasn't expecting it, but I am totally here for it. I'm really enjoying the way this is written. I also am finding it really important to read something about somebody with chronic pain because I don't think I read enough / any books that feature characters with disabilities, and I would like to read more because I myself have got scoliosis and I'm also hypermobile. So scoliosis, I've said before, I don't want to sound like a broken record with it, but my spine is curved like an S, like this. So not quite like that obviously, but essentially it's not straight, it's curved. And I'm also hypermobile, which I think can be a result of scoliosis because my spine pushes my muscles and my lungs, which can constrict my breathing sometimes. It's all good fun. But hypermobile basically means that you can pull muscles ridiculously easily, which is what I do. So I could literally just bend to pick something up and then be in fits of agony for like a couple of minutes to a couple of hours to a couple of days. And the fact that I'm reading a book about somebody that has a pain that is always with them, whilst I don't have chronic pain, my scoliosis is something that hurts me a lot. And I think, like, I mean, right now I can feel it. It does prohibit the way I do certain things as well. And I've never really read a book like this before where somebody is acknowledging these kind of things and talking about them openly in a fiction. And I am enjoying it, actually enjoying reading about this kind of thing. And I often find, for example, with OCD, which I also have, woo, I don't like reading books about OCD because I find that it gives me possible triggers to things that I don't usually think of in an OCD way, but could be introduced to thinking of with that mindset, which I don't want to do. So I don't often read books about OCD. As much as I'm happy for the people to and definitely promote them because I want to raise awareness, I find it quite difficult. But obviously, scoliosis is physically in my body. It's nothing that thinking about or reading about is going to make any worse or better. So actually to be reading about this is just making me feel like there are more people that do have pains that they live with. And I'm not saying like comparing myself to what Chloe Brown's going through at all, but as somebody that has pain that is pretty much constant, it is interesting to read a book from Chloe's perspective, and I'm really enjoying her as a main character. And I think this is definitely opening my eyes to the fact that I want to try and find more of these kind of books. So if you've got any suggestions, I would rather adult fiction because I'm getting much more into adult fiction at the moment than I am YA, but if you've got any good suggestions of similar books to this, then please drop them down below because it's interesting to read about. Also, if anyone knows any books where the main character has scoliosis, I think there's a Judy Blume book where they do, but I would be interesting to read that kind of thing because it's just a word that I've never really seen mentioned anywhere other than coming out of my own mouth, or a doctor's or a physiotherapist that's trying to help me. So yeah, this is a 5-minute ramble about back pain essentially. So sorry, but this book is really, really good. I would highly advise it. It's funny, it's cute, it's made me laugh out loud a couple of times. I am only halfway through because I've not picked it up very often because I've been so busy. I have been non-stop creating content for 3 or 4 days and then cleaning everything yesterday. Time has got away from me. But I am excited to keep going with that. Also, I want to show you something quickly. So my mum, ages ago, before I moved out, drew me a picture. So I love whales, I find them absolutely fascinating. I used to have an adoptive whale when I was a kid. It was a killer whale called Ben. And my mum knows this and she does art with it's Zentangles, so patterns making art essentially. And she asked me if I would like a commissioned piece / for her to make me something, and I said something with a whale in it and something with like oceany colours. So she made me this and I am obsessed with it. She framed it for me for Christmas and I have put it on my wall myself, which I'm very pleased with because it required 2 hooks and balancing and just spirit levels and things. But the detail in this, I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, you can tell. It's dot art kind of. The shapes of it are all formed with the circles and the dots, and then she's put it on the background and just, oh, I am telling her she needs to take commissions and things because how great is this? So yeah, show my mum some love in the comments. Okay, hey, you know when we spoke earlier and I was like, I'm reading Get Alive Chloe Brown and that's what's happening, and I don't know whether I mentioned that I was reading it kind of slower or not, but that's what's happening, that's what I'm reading, okay? Now you may remember like 2-3 vlogs ago, I was desperately waiting for post and it wasn't coming. And then Midnight in Everwood arrived and that was one of the posts, the parcels? One of the books I was desperately waiting for was Midnight in Everwood, which I read, devoured, adored. Great, I was super excited for that one. Really glad that one arrived before Christmas because it was a kind of wintry, festive read. Fantastic book, pre-order it. But in other news, I was waiting for another book and I was trying to be like all aloof and not tell you what it was so that when it arrived I could be like, look what arrived. But that book never arrived, it never came. And I saw everyone else receive that book. I thought, right, it's lost in the postal system. I'm gonna have to accept this. I know there are a very limited amount of them and it's not coming, but it's fine. It's fine. So I'm not about to show you that that book has arrived. And you know what? I'm still not going to tell you because I'm going to just give you incentive to keep watching this vlog. Because I emailed the publishers before Christmas, was like, I'm really sorry it's still not come, have you got any spares left? Really doubtful, and then obviously I got out of offices and I thought I'm just going to accept that it's gone. It comes out January anyway, so it's fine, it's cool. Well, today they emailed me back saying that they are going to send me another one and they have a spare. And I'm so excited. So that's arriving hopefully in the next few days, hopefully, if the postal system's gone back to a little bit normal now Christmas has passed. I cannot wait because it is one of my most anticipated reads of the year. So what that means for Chloe Brown is that I'm going to have to try and super speedy read this book for today and tomorrow. So what I don't want to do is read it too fast and then the other book hasn't arrived, because then we're stuck back at the same situation that I had months ago. Months? Weeks? What is time? So that's my evening reading Get a Life Chloe Brown. I've just finished work, so that's exciting. Got a load of video editing to do, but also Just Dance 2021 arrived. Haha. I have recently bought the Ring Fit Adventure on my Switch and it's really, really good, and it's a good way to get me up and running and doing exercises and things. Now this offers more cardio than it does like strength training, which is more what the Ring Fit Adventure does. I mean, it's just dancing, isn't it? It's just fun dancing, but it's moving, and with how cold it is outside at the moment, I'm not walking as often anymore because it's always wet and slippery looking. So this is going to get me moving, and I'm excited. I'm going to put it in now. I'm going to play a bit, and then later at some point, I'm going to cook some dinner. Do you guys remember that time when I said that I was going to try and finish my book tonight, or like at least a really good chunk of it? Did I say that? Did I make a formal declaration? Well, I put down the camera, I played Just Dance for 45 minutes and worked up a sweat. Got makeup on my nose, and then Lauren from Fiction Tea messaged me saying, did I want to do an Instagram live? And I was like, yeah. So then I had to wipe the makeup off my nose, redo my face a little bit, and we've been on a live for a while. So haven't read anything, But have no fear, because I'm now going to take all my makeup off, have a nice shower, wash my hair, and then sit down all comfy and cosy to watch 50 Shades Darker. I haven't seen anyone past the first 50 Shades film, and I need a little bit of trash, so it's happening. I'm sorry, I've disappointed you all. It's Monday, it's the first day of the reading vlog, and just this poor book just been disregarded by me, thrown to the side. But it was a fun Instagram live. I'm gonna take this off, this is far too much makeup. Yeah. Got a Monday that face. Also, I know that the Gov have introduced a new national lockdown. Haven't really been savvy with the rules at the moment because, not savvy, like, I don't know the new rules at the moment because I was on the live the whole time and just saw notifications coming in, but I don't think anything's gonna be much different for me because I am already in tier 4. I am already not going out. I am completely isolated in my flat unless I go for a walk. And I have my social bubble, so oh, I choked on nothing. So as long as I can still have my social bubble, which I believe I can, it's no different for me. But I know that's not really the same case for many, many other people, so if it is worse for you now, I am really sorry that it's become crap, but this is hopefully the start of it being better again, because we've got the vaccine rolling out. Also, you've got to think when we had the last lockdown like this, was this the first lockdown? Was that the same? And then the summer was so much better. I know it was still awful, but in terms of the numbers, it was better. So you've got to think of it like that. The more the vaccine's getting rolled out, hopefully we're going to see an end in sight, and hopefully we will reach a point scientifically where it cannot physically get worse because of the vaccine and how many people have had that scientifically, hopefully. But in the meantime, if it's any consolation at all, which it probably isn't, but I'm going to offer it anyway, my channel is here to offer you any light relief, positivity, yellow, and just a bit of nonsense really, and probably some books and some sexy films. So yeah, I'm gonna go take this off. Sounds like I'm just gonna yank it off. I'm not, I'm gonna use skincare stuff to remove it. Thanks. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, it is Tuesday. Feels like it's Friday though. Like, it feels like the week has already been a long week, and I don't know why. Probably because I'm back at work after nearly 2 weeks off. But hey, you joined me with, but Mailbooks came in the mail, hey! I'm very excited about this. Yesterday I spoke about an arc that I'm waiting on. This is an arc that I am insanely excited about. This is not the arc I was talking about. However, I'm madly excited about this one too. So, shall we open it up? Because this arrived ridiculously fast. The publishers confirmed they were sending it to me yesterday, and it arrived this morning, so that's impressive. I can't believe I got an arc of this author's because it's Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm so excited. Whilst this isn't the arc I was talking about yesterday, I am still insanely excited. So thank you so much to Penguin for sending this through to me. Taylor Jenkins Reid is the author of One True Loves, Daisy Jones and the Six, and The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and this is her latest book, Malibu Rising, which comes out in the summertime? Yeah, May 2021, so just broaching into the summer. And I cannot wait. This is about a party in which there's lots of family and friends there, and in the morning after the party, the house where it was hosted, I believe, has gone up in flames, quite literally. Yeah, before the first sparks of dawn in the early hours, the alcohol will flow, the music will play, and the loves and secrets that shape the family's generations will all come bubbling to the surface. By morning, the River Mansion will have gone up in flames. I read that in completely the wrong order, but I'm so excited. It says Malibu Rising is a story about one unforgettable night in the life of a family, the night they each have to choose what they will keep from the people who made them and what they will leave behind. The way that Taylor Jenkins Reid writes is just sublimely beautiful and hooks you so much into a story that you just have no clue how it's going to bundle you up and take you away. So I cannot wait to read more of her exquisite writing, and I can't wait to jump into this. I'm going to be reading the arc that arrives tomorrow, hopefully it arrives tomorrow, first, because that is coming out sooner and I'm so hyped for that one. I also still need to finish Get a Life Chloe Brown, but then then I shall be reading this beautiful, beautiful book and I can't wait. So that's my update. Happy Tuesday, happy Malibu Rising arc arrive day. It's so beautiful. It's like the summer all in one photo. Good morning, it's Wednesday and we're just chatting as I cut up an apple because multitasking. So last night I finished Get a Life, Chloe Brown. And I honestly don't know how I feel about that book. I feel like I need to divide that book into two different review topics. One being the fact that it talks about chronic pain, which is something I've spoken about already in reference to the book, which I think, as somebody that has something that makes their life painful in my back, I really appreciated reading this book from this perspective of Chloe, and it was different to what I've read before, and I hadn't really read something close to what I might experience with scoliosis. Not saying that I've got anything close to chronic pain, but like I am in pain a lot from my scoliosis, and it's a near constant thing that comes in varying degrees of good and bad. So to read a book with somebody that experiences a pain that is always with them in their life was really interesting, and I have now had my eyes open to the fact that there's more literature out there like that I would like to try and discover. However, on the other hand, so I'm all for a good sex scene in a book, all for it. However, there are sex scenes in this book, sorry, I'm just walking around my kitchen as I talk to you because I'm making my breakfast. There are sex scenes in this book that just seem really, really weird. I can't really describe it. It just like, there was something very awkward about the way the sex scenes felt and the way that Red in the scenes was controlling the situation. It had an underlying feel of uncomfortableness for me, and I don't know why. And it's not an uncomfortableness at the fact this book had a sex scene, it's just uncomfortableness in the way Red narrated it almost, and the way that he was talking and the kind of persona he was putting across. It just felt weird, and I don't know, it kind of ruined that aspect of it for me, because initially when I realised it had more sex and graphic scenes, like sexually graphic scenes in it, I thought, oh, great, okay, I haven't read a book like this for a while, I'm here for it, good. And then it just, I don't know, it fell a bit flat for me. I don't know why though. Anyone else know what I'm talking about, or am I just talking rubbish? Like, does this make sense? Has anyone else read it? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I gave it 3 stars because I ran it through Corpan, that's what it came out as. Am I zoomed in? Oh, great, that whole time I was zoomed in, excellent. But I feel like it let itself down a little bit with the characters for me, and I don't know why. There was just something about them that didn't quite click with me entirely, but I really enjoyed other aspects of it, and it made me laugh, so it was funny. I really don't know, this is why I don't read contemporary, guys. I don't sit well with contemporary, and yeah, this is evidence of that. I apologise for being really zoomed in for most of that filming. Well done. But those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. I'm really, really mixed, because I did enjoy it. It made me laugh. It was a fun book. It just also left me with a very weird sense of uncomfortableness from the relationship formed in it. And I don't know why. And it's like you go into this knowing, like on the front cover it tells you that there's going to be, it's a romance story, there's going to be a love story in it. I don't know. I don't know. Can anyone else tell me if they felt the same? None of this is spoilery, by the way, because it literally tells you on the front cover that it's something like love wasn't what she expected to find or something like that, and it has them literally embracing on the front cover, so that's very clear from the cover. But I don't know, it just felt weird. Felt weird. Someone else tell me. I did enjoy it, and I did think it was a fun contemporary. Liked the chronic pain, liked the general setup of the flats and the independence that Chloe was going through, and the idea of her getting a life with this list. I liked all of that. That sounded really bad when I said I liked the chronic pain. You know what I mean? I like the fact that that was a feature within the story, and that that was something people are going to read about in a popular book, and there's going to be more awareness for that kind of thing. So I like those 3 things. It just fell flat on characters, and the sex felt weird. Or the sex scenes felt weird. I don't know why. It's also making me want to maybe write a blog or do a video on like books with sex scenes in them and talk about that kind of thing. And I feel I need to refresh my memory on more, because I only have a couple that come to mind, because again, mostly they're in contemporaries. Obviously there's a couple of fantasies that come to mind in which there are sex scenes, but mostly they're in contemporaries, and again, I don't really read a massive amount of contemporaries, so is that something you guys would be interested in? I feel like it could be quite a fun video. I don't know. I also ended up, somehow, after reading a book that was pretty much centered all around a lot of sex stuff, nearer to the point that I was reading at last night. I also ended up watching 50 Shades Freed, which I'd never seen before. I've watched 50 Shades of Grey, and then the other two I've just never found on a streaming service, and then they were on TV this week, so I recorded them. Sorry about the noise of the fan, by the way, you can't see it, it's down there. Anyway, so I recorded those and watched those last night and the night before. Do you know what? They were fun. There was certainly like a lot of plot flaws and like easy resolutions, but they entertained me and kept me gripped and I felt invested. So yes, I enjoyed the 50 Shades films. I'll hold my hand up and say that. So I watched that, and then I ended up watching a documentary on swingers that was on Channel 4 that my friend told me to watch, and that was really interesting actually. So I watched 50 Shades, then the swingers documentary, and then Naked Attraction came on after the swingers thing, and I find Naked Attraction is in a category with Catfish, in that if either of those shows come on, you just kind of have to know how it ends, and in Naked Attraction who they end up with. So yeah, I mean Naked Attraction is just a shocking show, isn't it? If you don't know what Naked Attraction is, then, I mean, you've been blessed to not know, but basically there's one person, 5 people in booths naked, and slowly a like screen is raised above them so you can see part of their body in each section, and the person looking at them basically just removes the ones that he doesn't like. It's incredibly derogative and just really wrong on so many levels, but at the same time that's the point. It's called Naked Attraction. It doesn't hide itself that it's about that. And the host of it, is she called Anna Richardson? Is that her name? I don't know why it's come to mind, but she I think is a really fun host. She's very open to chatting about things and she's very knowledgeable with things, and yeah, there's little bits of narration and stuff on top of it, and it's a really weird show. Very weird concept, but addictive once you start watching it. So it sounds really weird, doesn't it? Basically the end goal is that there's a date at the end of it and that they hope to sleep together, because obviously that's the whole point, that it's a naked attraction rather than a physical connection. I suppose it's trying to be a different type of dating show, that it's just for the bodies rather than the brains, and it's just kind of a show to produce sex. But that was my evening. Accidentally had an evening full of sex-related media. I don't know how that happened. It wasn't deliberate, but that was my Tuesday night. I'm still waiting on my book post to arrive today, so if that arrives, I will be jumping to camera to show you because I'm very excited. It's very blue in here, isn't it? Oh, not good lighting. Okay. I've spoken for far too long. There's barely any B-roll. In fact, I don't think there's any B-roll yet in this vlog. I'm gonna have to change that. Bye. 'Tis I! The book! It's not arrived! Which means that I don't have a book to read right now, so we're pacing. We're thinking about it, we're taking it all in, we're going through the terrible light of this, and we're acknowledging that my hair has been up in a bun because I was dancing. I was doing Just Dance, and I've just been dancing solo as well, which is why I've got this thing on. So, thinking, options. Heartstopper, Volume 1. I've read this before, but not for a while, and I got given Volume 2 and 3 for Christmas, so I thought maybe reread this. This is a read in a night, so I could do that. We're going to pop that there. Or I continue reading a non-fiction instead. We're just going to track that down. So the non-fiction is this, which is Vagina Re-Education by Lynn and Wright. This is basically a book about vaginas, vulvas, bodies, and it's very interesting. If you are looking for a non-fiction to learn a bit more, this is really insightful, really interesting. I think it's important that everyone should learn about their own bodies, and I've been reading a little bit of this. Ta-da! So I might just continue with this. I don't know. There's options. I don't know. I'm gonna have a shower now. I look really sweaty and my hair has been up for far too long. But anyway, I'm gonna have a shower, continue having a dance in the shower because it makes me feel good, as you can tell, and then decide on a book. And hopefully tomorrow the other book will arrive, because I'm going home with my social bubble tomorrow for a few days, so I want to be able to bring it with me. I don't know, I just thought I'd update you, so bye, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, I was just in the middle of making breakfast and then the door went, and this looks to be a book-shaped package which could contain the ARC I have been waiting for about a month. I'm very excited. Also, this is going to be very underwhelming if this isn't it. But hi, it's Thursday. I'm completely having a duvet day today. Evidence being here. I am working from home, obviously, as I normally am, but I am so freezing today. It is so cold outside at the moment, like really, really cold this week. So I'm under the duvet because sod it, why not? But Okay, I really, really hope this is it. I'm so excited. Okay, are you ready to finally find out what the arc is? I'm so excited! This is the arc through Vow So Bold and Deadly by Richard Kemmerer. This is one of my most anticipated reads of the year. This does come out later this month. You may remember me saying that I was waiting for this to arrive for quite a while in December, so I am so excited. It is finally here because I saw so many people receiving this in December, and I know the post system is just blah at the moment with COVID and Christmas combined. So the fact I finally got a copy of this in my hands, I'm so thankful. Thank you so much, Bloomsbury, for sending me a copy. I cannot wait to read this. I'm so excited. So this is the third in the series. It follows Ren and Grey and Harper and Liamara, and I cannot wait to jump back into this. I can't tell you much more about what it's about because obviously if you've not read the first two then this would be spoilers. But oh my god, I am so excited to start it. I'm going to be starting this on my lunch break. I'm going to bring it home with me tonight and I cannot bloody wait. I think this is a US proof as well because I believe it's got the US date on it of January the 12th, which isn't when it's published in the UK. I think it's published on the 26th, I want to say. It's very tall. I don't think I've ever had a US arc before. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So I'm going to finish making my breakfast and just keep fangirling over the fact this is finally arrived. Hey, long time no speak. This is one of those vlogs where I just don't know what's been happening for no particular reason other than the fact that I have just had a busy brain this week, not in a bad way, just had stuff happening. So I haven't been picking up my camera as much. I think there's barely any, if any, b-roll for this vlog. And it's now Saturday night and this is me wrapping up the vlog. I don't know, guys, I don't know. I can only apologise and tell you that you got way more b-roll in last week's vlog because that was my Christmas vlog? My New Year's vlog? My New Year's vlog? I don't know, guys. We don't know. Saturday night, I've just got home because I've been at home since Thursday. I don't think you've seen any of that at all. But that was nice, was with my social bubble and enjoyed that time. So just home, gonna unpack my small bag. Played a lot of Just Dance, which I'm really enjoying and it's definitely helping to get me into shape. And I am about halfway through Val, which I am really enjoying. Where am I up to? There, dot on halfway through. This I can't say much about because it's the third book in the Curse Breakers series. Is that the name of the series? I think so. It's the third book and I can't tell you any of my feelings because if I tell you my feelings towards a certain character, then it'll spoil the first book and kind of the second book and maybe a bit of this book. So we're not going to do that. Just know that one of the characters in this is getting on my nerves. And that's probably what's meant to be happening. That's the way the author's written it, but I find that Bridget Kemmerer's writing is very addictive as a fantasy. She also writes contemporary, and I wonder if this is kind of like a blend of the two in terms of writing technique and style, because it is very, very addictive to read and very easy to read and dialogue heavy, which I often prefer in my books. I prefer dialogue to description. I don't know why. I think my brain tends to just go off on a descriptive imagination anyway, so often if I don't get the description quick enough, I've kind of imagined it already and don't need any more help with that, which is probably stupid because obviously I've not imagined it the way the author's necessarily written it, but that's just the way my brain works with it. So, as a wrap up, I have got halfway through A Vow So Bold and Deadly, which is an arc that comes out on the 26th that was sent to me by Bloomsbury. I also finished Get a Life with Chloe Brown, which we spoke about my mixed feelings for. Again, I've been thinking about it longer and like letting it stew in my brain, and I definitely can't put my finger on why, but there was just something very weird about the way the guy in it acted towards Chloe in the more sexual scenes, and I cannot put my finger on why. And I don't know the right way to say it because I am not a prude. Like, I will happily talk about anything like that, read it, watch it, like, just really happy for anything like that. And I find it very interesting. So the fact that I found it uncomfortable to read about isn't anything to do with that side of things. It's just the wording that was used and the way that it was more imperative, maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna have to write it down and think about it. But this is the start of me attempting to be a little bit more me and open when I talk about my feelings towards books, because I think I have a tendency to just say, I'm loving it, it was really good, it was amazing, I'm so excited to read this. And actually, not every single book is going to be without anything that I didn't like about it. I'm not going to love every single book, and I'm not going to love all of every single book. And for me, I usually DNF a book that I'm not enjoying, so you won't often hear me talking about a book that I finished and didn't really enjoy that much. For me, anything 3 stars and above is a book I enjoyed, 1 to 2 stars I didn't like. So it's really rare for me to actually talk about a book that I didn't like because I don't often find them. So what I'm trying to get better at is talking about aspects of books, or generally books as well, that I didn't like. So for me to say, again, I did enjoy Get a Life Chloe Brown, but for me to say that there was this aspect of it that I didn't like, I still get terrified to say that because I don't want to offend anyone. Like, really don't want to offend the author. Not that I think the author would ever be watching this video, but you get what I mean. Like, I just don't want to be rude to somebody's work that they've written. I don't want to be rude to something somebody else really enjoys, but I think I need to be more honest with myself as a book reviewer to say, really enjoyed this aspect, and this aspect, and I thought this was really interesting. However, this part here didn't quite work for me, and this is why. And I think as long as we back it up with intelligent conversations, we're not just being dismissively ignorant to things, then I think we're good. So that is kind of a 2021 thing for me, to try and get better at saying if I didn't like something or aspects of something I didn't like, because honestly, I'm just terrified of upsetting and offending people because I'm a people pleaser. And it's gonna stop, it's gonna get better. Still gonna be a people pleaser because I can't shift that, but it's gonna get better. So, end that ramble. I've also been listening to, oh, did I finish ACOTAR this week? I finished ACOTAR, I don't know if I said that or not. I was rereading that as an audiobook. Finished that, that was, I think, my first finish of the year. And I am listening to the Mime Order, which is the second book in the Bone Season series. I'm trying to get up to speed for the release of Mask Falling, that I believe is out on the same day this is, so I no longer have to pick which one to read if my copy even arrives on release day, which I don't think it will because it's Goldsboro and I think they take longer to ship. That's fine, we're all good. This is what I will be reading into next week, or slash tonight, slash tomorrow, I don't know. Thanks so much for watching this vlog. What's it been? Let's say that next week's vlog is going to contain more in-depth discussion about books that are just honest and open, rather than me just spewing the fact that I think it's great, oh my god, I love it, because that is just what when I edit, I'm just like, what are you doing? Say something more intelligent. The thoughts are there, I'm just terrified of saying the wrong thing and offending people, or saying the wrong thing and not getting it right what I'm saying, and it's just like, bleh. So no, I'm gonna come at you with book reviewer thoughts. I don't know. If anyone knows what the hell I'm going on about, please let me know in the comments below, but yeah. Also, can anyone let me know if they had that vibe with Get a Life Chloe Brown as well, because I'm really intrigued to see. And I just want to throw out there that just before I start to film this, I am hypermobile, which means you pull muscles ridiculously easily. And just before I started to film this, I got in with all my stuff from the weekend, put my bags down, and immediately pulled a muscle all down here, which is the worst muscle personally I can pull, and was just like bent over screaming in agony, well, silently screaming in agony, for about 5 to 10 minutes before I could sit and film this. So the fact that I've just been talking about a book that covers chronic pain is, I don't want to say ironic, the fact that I pulled a muscle before talking about this, because pulling a muscle isn't necessarily considered chronic pain, I don't think. I don't know enough about it, I need to know more about my own conditions, but it hurts. And it hurts a lot because I can pull muscles ridiculously easily, because hypermobility just basically means I can bend slightly or breathe and pull a muscle. It's really good fun. I need to look this up. Why don't I know things about my own body? Anyway, rambles aside, Get a Life Chloe Brown, good, enjoyed, found the sex scenes a little bit weird, can't quite work out why, we'll have an internal chat about it. Found So Bold and Deadly, enjoying it so far but can't tell you thoroughly why, because spoilers. ACOTAR, great, really loved it as a reread, preferred it to the first time, feel really bad for certain characters, again, spoilers, And The Mime Order, getting on with it so much better than I did before. So much better. This is a reread, kind of. I got up to halfway before, and I'm much preferring it. That's everything, guys. What is this vlog? I'm so sorry. Thanks so much for watching. If you've got this far and not given up on my lack of B-roll and just this face talking at you the whole time. But thanks for watching. If you did enjoy somehow, please do give it a thumbs up. Comment anything you like down below and subscribe to see what will be better videos of this face on your feed. Thank you so much, guys. Keep smiling and stay positive.